Hello, with the help of the System.io API, we can send dynamic emails. Dynamic, I mean the content of the email will change. So you can send an email every day and it will not be the same. But the content of the email can be dynamic. For instance, it can come from your database. So, in System.io, you have campaigns and newsletters. And also you have another type of emails. That's the emails which are in the automation rules, in the workflows or automation rules. You have an action which is send an email, and inside you can create the email to be sent for this action. So this is the kind of emails we are going to use here. So just to show you very quickly, I go in the System.io workflow builder. So you can see here I have the action send. So it's here that you can modify an email, send an email, and then you have to choose one of them that you have created. So it cannot be a campaign email or newsletter email. It can only be this type of emails, which are only living in the automation rules. So that's how you create a new one, or you can choose one and edit it. So to edit an email, you go this way. You don't have a menu elsewhere. It's this way. Or if you don't want to change it, you just choose it. So I will show you later how I made this email, this specific email for this task. So first we are going to see, so we are going to use the System.io API from an external tool. So it can be Pabbly Connect, Zapier, or your own script, Python or PHP, as you want. You can talk to the API of System.io. And first we are going to see in System.io how to set up this. So I zoom in. And now we see we have several things. First, it's the custom fields. In your contacts, you can create additional custom fields. So we need to create 9 of them. We call them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And to create them, I show you, you go into one of your contacts, doesn't matter which one. And at the bottom here, you have add a new custom field. So when you create a new custom field, it will be available for all contacts, but it will be empty for all of them. So that's how you create new custom fields. So you name them from 1 to 9. Now you have this. Also, you need to create a tag named send email. This tag will be the trigger. So when you want to send a dynamic email to a contact, you give this contact the tag send email, and it will trigger the rest of the different workflows of this system. Then in System.io, you need to create a workflow. And this workflow, named send email also, it starts with the trigger when the tag send email is added to a contact. Then it will call a webhook. So this is your external tool. Then wait for X minutes. So you can be 1 minute or 10 minutes just to give the webhook the time to process information. For instance, if you are doing in your webhook, in your external tool, if you are generating an image or creating the text with artificial intelligence, or if you are doing some processing which can take some time, it's better to wait in this workflow. Wait for the webhook to finish. I mean, this is not waiting exactly to finish, but give it time to finish. Because if you don't, then all those actions, it will call the webhook, then process the rest. But maybe the webhook takes a few seconds to do its job. Its job is to write into the custom fields, write the text. So anyway, we wait X minutes. It doesn't matter. I recommend to put 1 or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, because it doesn't matter really when you apply the tag, give the tag to a contact. If the email is sent 1 minute later or 10 minutes later, often it doesn't make a lot of difference. It's not very critical. So just wait. Then the next action is send the email, and then remove the tag send email to this contact. So, by doing the trigger when the tag send email is added, and at the end removing the tag send email, it makes this tag just a trigger. So you can call it several times. I mean, you can apply it to a contact several times, and it will call the execution of the workflows several times. So for instance, you can do it once a day for all your contacts. You can apply this tag to everyone. And now we will see maybe quickly the external tool, because what I will show you is just a very quick and dirty example. but yours won't be like this, and mine also. So you create a workflow in Public Connect, for instance, named send email, and what you do is to get the content that you need to compose the email, and with this content that you have processed, you update the custom fields 1 to 9 with the System.io API. That's all you do. So I can show you an example, but my example is very simple because this is a trigger, so it's a webhook. So it gives you a URL that you will put in the System.io workflow. Then here in between, you get the dynamic information that you need to compose the email. You do all your processing, and then with the API by Pabbly, you call the System.io API. So you can see in the documentation how to do it. You need your API key, and then the data inside to update the contacts information. So each custom field, you give him the value that you want. Here, I said it's a simple example because I put it hard-coded. But it should be dynamic. It should come from the other steps before here that you have processed the information, and then you add it here. So a quick things I tried in the content of the custom field. If you try to put email substitute, if you know what I mean, it doesn't work. So you cannot put, for instance, the email address custom. I will show you, but this is not really the tutorial, but I will show you what I mean here. In System.io, here's the personalization substitute. You cannot put this in the custom fields. I mean, if you put them, yes, but it will show this. It will not replace it by the value. So you cannot do not a loop, but a recursive. I tried, doesn't work. And also, you cannot put HTML inside the custom fields. So if we could put HTML, we would have done a bit differently. But here, since we cannot put HTML, that's why we have some custom field just for the link URL and one for the link text, because we cannot put the HTML to create a link. So now I will show you the details. For instance, I will try to look for what I need to show you. The custom fields, those are important, the order and what they are used for. It's important because in the email, I use them like this. So for you, in your setup, you could have more custom fields, 1 to 20 or 30, and you don't have to use the same order as me. It's just an example. So remember, 1 to 9, each one has its purpose. And when we go into the email of the workflow, you see that the subject is 1. So it's written like this, like on the right here, you have this 1, 2, 3 to 9. Okay. So the subject is 1. Then you have on the first line 2, then 3, and here you have 5. But you see it's a link, because if we go inside, we can see that the link is 4. So the text is 5 and the link is 4. Then below we have an image, but the image, so when you create here the image, when you want to add it, you click here and you say insert image via URL. So here in the image, I've put 6 like this. So the image URL comes also from custom field. And also there is a link on this image, and the link is 4. So the same as for the text. Then you have a space, 7 for a line of text, and here it's 9, but the link to this one is 8. So in fact, we have a 4 and 8 are for the URL, 2 URLs per email, and 5 and 8 are the text of the links. So after you can, you can do some editing, like increase the size of the text, put this one in bold or underline, italic. You can do formatting on your email, and you save it like this. So it's a template, and it will be filled with the custom values of each contact, different one. So in here, for instance, let's say what I was saying before. If here you want to say hello and the first name of the person, you cannot put first name into the custom field, because if you do, it will be written hello first name. So if you want the real first name of the contact, you need to add it here in the email. So here I will put first name. for instance, like this. And in the custom field 2, so not like this, you need to reformat it so that it doesn't look red, otherwise it will be red. So manage change, remove color. No, this is the background color, okay. Font color. Okay, remove color. You put it exactly the same, same size, same everything. And in the custom field 2, you will have only hello, hey, hi, how are you doing? And then you will have its real first name for each contact. That's what I was saying before, that you cannot use substitutes into custom field. It doesn't work. So this is the end for this email. I did send email, remove. I think that's it for this tutorial. If I forgot something, that's my problem. But no, I don't think there is something more to do. It's just after it's up to you to come up with other ideas for your purpose. If you want, for instance, what I am going to use it for, this is for sending RSS feeds. Like in Aweber, you have a very easy option to send RSS feed content each time there is 2 more or 10 more items, and you send an email with the list of the 10 items. So this is something I would like to do with System.io. So it will use a similar system to this one. Here's a custom field. I will prepare my email to have 10 space, always the same title, description, a link, and then for the trigger, for instance, how do I know that there are 10 new items? It will happen in an external tool. So for PB Connect, I will have a webhook that tracks the new items and maybe put them into a Google Sheet or Airtable. And when there are 10s, then I can use the System.io API to add the tag send email to all contacts or contacts, some contacts that I want them to receive this RSS feed. I can add the send email tags, and in System.io it will trigger the workflow and then call again my tool which handle the email composition, and it will take from the RSS feed or from my Google Sheet, take the 10 items, put them into the custom fields, and that's it. The email will be sent. So you can create your own emails by thinking like this. Very simple setup. On this setup, you have to keep in mind that an external tool must be used, of course, because it's with the System.io API. So if you have any question, you can ask me in the comments. Bye bye.